Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm here doing another commentary. This is going to be for Sonic Overdrive, Episode 8. And yeah, let's begin. So this here shows off the what happened last time in the previously on Sonic Overdrive. Yeah, some of the cool scenes here. Gotta say, it's weird coming back and seeing season 1 and how everything was back then. I just want to say that it was quite odd, to be honest. That, I don't know, it's just, there's so much that's been improved. Like the intro, the animation has all been improved, which is really good, to be honest. And even the intro's also been improved from this one to the new one. Is a lot better, I think. And also this episode has because all the Tomy figures were here, and there was only a few Jazzwares figures that I'd managed to get. So at this point I didn't have Rouge or I didn't have the Jax figures because they just didn't announce them yet. I don't really think they had the license yet, to be honest, and that I was just with the Tomy stuff. But yeah, to be honest, I think I did pretty good with this episode. But yeah, this fight here was really fun to film because I had both Knuckles in my mind, Shadow and Espio. I thought it was just a unique combination to put in. And yeah, this fight was quite tricky because it was 3 characters fighting three Metal Sonics. So it was going to be a bit tricky. But I knew that this bit here with Espio, I wanted to have him block it with his kunai. And then this bit with Shadow and the gun soldier. I do think the only problem with this episode is the fact that I overused some of the green screen. And that sometimes it just doesn't add in perfectly. But besides that, I think it still holds up good. I wouldn't say this episode's particularly as great as, say, maybe 10, because I think that is what really got people really excited. I always go and look back through each episode of the series and kind of to see all the comments, and yeah, you guys seem to really like those episodes, so that brings me a lot of joy, that does. And yeah, I had this also bit with Sonic, Tails, and Amy as they enter the I think, what was the ship called? It was the Egg Dreadnought, I think it was. And yeah, then they come across an army of badniks. It's quite cool. And then Eggman's massive doomsday weapon, that being the massive, I think, Hyper Hedgehog Destroyer, which was really just it was like this toy robot that I had for Christmas one year. And, I thought that this would be pretty cool as like a mech that Eggman could harness. He would be able to use it to a very good degree. It's got almost like a laser, tread wheels, armor, so it's kind of more of a battle tank than a weapon. But yeah, and the idea of him using all 7 Chaos Emeralds with it, I think helps it make it look more threatening. Also, I like the yellow design because it's almost like it's going super and Sonic has to fight super, which is quite interesting. And then this is a reference to Sonic Colors, but there's Amy with Tails, where Sonic shuts the door and decides to deal with Eggman himself. And I gotta say, the design, the whole battle bit here was quite interesting. Because I had this massive cardboard box set. It was literally just a massive delivery box. And because the robot itself was huge, so I had to work with the scaling. So I had this massive board and these displays, and yeah, he couldn't move too much, this robot. So I had to do the best I could by attacking like different bits and moving him around to make it look like that Sonic had, hit it. It was also quite old, to be honest. I think it was from 2008. But yeah, honestly, it still is a cool robot. I've got it around here somewhere. I don't really know where, but to be honest, I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. I hope that one day I can find it. And yeah, then we see Amy and Tails walking towards Eggman's main area. I always liked Eggman's kind of lab in Overdrive. I don't know, there's something comforting about it, seeing the red kind of bits in the background, the computer, his laptop. I always found that really cool. Yeah, and then we got Orbot and Cubot just kind of telling Eggman all about the plan, and that they plan to stop, Tails and Amy. Then you got Tails hacking. That was his old Miles Electric, which was quite cool. And yeah, this was a kind of odd concept. It was metal. Yeah, this was something introduced in episode 5, Knucklehead. It was that Orbot and Cubot could fuse together and transform into a Mega Badnik to take out some of the characters. And I don't know, I really liked this concept. Would you guys like to see this concept come back? Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see the Orbot and Cubot transforming into a Mega Badnik come back. There's a bit where Knuckles just annihilates this guy. Metal Sonic clone. I always had that ability of Metal Sonic being able to clone himself and make a smaller version and a medium version, like each one built for different abilities. Like the short one is mostly built towards heavy battles, and the medium one is more for speed or just more of defense. And then we got Vector and Silver taking out some of the Badniks with Charmy's help, which is quite funny. Knuckles coming into the rescue. Yeah, the voice actors here did a fantastic job, which is really good, to be honest. Said it again, damn it. Yeah, Charmy just slapping people. And I like that bit where Vector throws it and then there's an explosion. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, Silver being awesome, telling them what's going on. And yeah, this episode, I think, marks a point in Sonic Overdrive where I was properly getting into this. Like, I was realizing at this point that, yeah, I had made this. I had made something that people really liked. And it kind of gave me the courage and, creativity to just continue going with these episodes. And really, I owe that to you guys. Because when I first debuted the first Overdrive episode, I had no idea on how big the episode would be. I actually really thought it was going to be not well received. Like, it would get a couple of views and then everyone would just move on from it. But it's one of my most viewed videos. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who helped make it one of my most viewed. You guys are amazing. And this fight was cool. This was inspired after a little bit of Dragon Ball. Just love how Shadow's punching a little bit. This bit was Dragon Ball. With Shadow using Chaos Control to just attack and cause explosions. Metal Sonic coming back up. And I gave a little hint on where they're going for episode 9, as that's one of those episodes. So that is the rewrites. That is the commentary. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.